Ready to have your mind blown by Jamaica? In this video, I reveal 100% fact-checked, astonishing stories you definitely haven't heard. Yes, even native Jamaicans might be surprised. Most of these facts are totally unknown, even to locals, and you won't find them in any travel guide. And if you want even more, don't miss my other Jamaica videos. Just check the top right corner for extra secrets. While I may not have endless original video footage from Jamaica, some segments will be illustrated with images instead. I apologize in advance for any mispronunciations. Jamaica has my full respect, and I hope it doesn't affect your enjoyment. Please feel free to share corrections or additions in the comments, as I truly value your feedback. Fact 1. Jamaica, the land of churches. Jamaica holds a fascinating world record, more churches per square mile than any other country. With over 1,600 churches dotting the island, faith is woven deeply into the daily lives of Jamaicans. No matter where you travel, from bustling Kingston to sleepy mountain villages, you'll spot churches of every denomination: Anglican, Baptist, Catholic, Pentecostal, and more. Some in grand stone buildings, others in humble wooden shacks. This abundance is rooted in Jamaica's colonial past, when missionaries spread Christianity across the island. Today, Sunday services are vibrant affairs, often echoing with gospel music and the contagious energy of worship. This intense religiosity has shaped Jamaica's culture, from its famous reggae lyrics to its approach to community and family. Even visitors notice, whether you're passing a rural lane or city block, a church, sometimes several, are never far away. For a country known for its laid-back attitude, it takes its spirituality very seriously. Fact 2. The unique colors of Jamaica's flag. Jamaica's flag is a bold statement of national pride, and it stands out as the only national flag in the world without any red, white, or blue. Instead, it displays a striking diagonal cross of gold, separating triangles of black and green. Each color carries deep meaning. Black represents the strength and creativity of the Jamaican people. Green stands for the land's lush vegetation and hope, and gold reflects the island's natural wealth and the bright sunshine. This distinctive palette isn't just an artistic choice, it's a point of patriotic pride. When Mauritania added red to its flag in 2017, Jamaica's banner became truly one of a kind in the global community. The flag's uniqueness is symbolic of Jamaica's independent spirit, a small island with a giant personality, always ready to stand out from the crowd. Whether fluttering on a schoolyard or at the Olympics, the Jamaican flag is a vivid reminder that you don't need to follow the world's template to make an unforgettable impression. Fact 3. Pioneers of the Iron Road. Jamaica may seem an unlikely pioneer in railway history, but it was actually the first place in the Western Hemisphere outside the United States to build a railroad. In 1845, a steam train began running from Kingston to Spanish Town, decades ahead of most other Caribbean and Latin American nations. This wasn't just a technological marvel. It was a bold statement about Jamaica's role in global progress. The railway revolutionized transport on the island, making it easier to move sugar, bananas, and people between the coast and the interior. For many years, Jamaican trains were a symbol of modernity and ambition, even as the tracks wound through lush jungles and mountainous landscapes. Though the railway system has declined in recent decades, with only a few sections still operational, the legacy remains, a reminder that this small island was once a major innovator in the age of steam. In many ways, Jamaica was setting the pace for the region long before it became famous for running fast on the track. Fact 4. Museums honoring reggae's legends. No visit to Kingston is complete without exploring its musical history. The Bob Marley Museum, housed in the reggae icon's former home at 56 Hope Road, is a pilgrimage site for fans worldwide. Here, visitors can walk through Marley's recording studio, see his cherished guitars, and discover the stories behind his greatest hits. The museum, lovingly curated by Marley's family, is more than a tribute. It's a living testament to his lasting influence. Equally important is the Peter Tosh Museum, opened in 2016, which celebrates the rebellious spirit and powerful music of Marley's bandmate and fellow whaler, Peter Tosh. Through rare memorabilia, interactive exhibits, and original stage costumes, Tosh's revolutionary contributions are brought vividly to life. Together, these museums showcase Jamaica's outsized impact on global music and invite everyone to feel the pulse of reggae. For music lovers, Kingston is much more than a city. It's the very soul of a musical revolution. Fact 5. Birthplace of reggae, Jamaica's global anthem. Jamaica is the undisputed home of reggae music, a genre that has become a universal language of rhythm, resistance, and unity. Born in the late 1960s, reggae grew out of the island's earlier styles, ska and rocksteady, and soon conquered the world with its infectious beats and socially conscious lyrics. Reggae's most famous ambassador, Bob Marley, carried messages of hope and justice from Kingston's neighborhoods to the world stage. UNESCO has officially recognized reggae as a global cultural treasure, praising its contribution to international discourse on issues of injustice, resistance, love, and humanity. Beyond Marley, countless artists, from Peter Tosh to Jimmy Cliff, have shaped the genre, and reggae festivals draw music lovers from every continent. In Jamaica, reggae is not just music, it's a heartbeat, a way of life, and a powerful voice for the people. Whether in a crowded dance hall or a rural village, reggae remains Jamaica's proudest export, uniting the world with a single, unmistakable groove. Fact 6. Ian Fleming's Jamaican Muse. When you think of James Bond, you probably picture casinos, fast cars, and glamorous international intrigue. But the secret agent's real birthplace is a quiet corner of Jamaica's north coast. British author Ian Fleming built his retreat, Goldeneye, near the village of Orakabessa, and it was here, with a sea breeze in the air and hummingbirds outside his window, that he wrote every single one of the 14 original Bond novels. Fleming found endless inspiration in Jamaica's landscapes and local characters, so much so that he even set some of Bond's adventures like Dr. No and Live and Let Die on the island. Fleming once said Jamaica was his dream factory. Today, Goldeneye is a stylish resort, but the writing desk where Bond came to life remains a cherished relic. So, while Bond's world is filled with danger and drama, his creator's heart belonged to the laid-back rhythms and lush beauty of Jamaica. Fact 7. Blue Mountain Coffee, the liquid gold of Jamaica. If you've ever tasted Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, you know it's more than just a morning pick-me-up. It's a luxury experience in a cup. Grown on mist-shrouded slopes reaching over 7,000 feet, these beans benefit from cool air, volcanic soil, and frequent rainfall. The result is a coffee so smooth, mild, and low in bitterness that it's won fans from Tokyo to Toronto. Production is limited to this unique microclimate, making the beans incredibly rare and highly coveted. The best beans are hand-picked, meticulously processed, and often shipped in traditional wooden barrels. Japan, in particular, imports more than 80% of Jamaica's annual crop, paying premium prices for the privilege. For locals, Blue Mountain coffee is a source of pride and national identity. If you ever get the chance to sip it fresh in Jamaica, surrounded by breathtaking views, you'll understand why it's considered one of the world's most luxurious and expensive brews. Fact 8. Jamaica, ahead of the curve in innovation. Jamaica is no stranger to being first. The island was an early adopter of modern amenities that many larger countries only dreamed of. The town of Falmouth, for example, had piped running water in the 1790s, decades before New York City could boast the same. Electricity illuminated Kingston streets in 1892, long before much of rural America had power. Jamaica was also the first British colony to establish its own postal service back in 1671, a move that signaled both efficiency and independence. Fast forward to the digital era. In 1994, Jamaica launched the Caribbean's very first official website, showing that innovation is in its DNA. Even the telephone network was once so advanced that it inspired systems abroad. While the world often sees Jamaica as laid back, these achievements prove the island has always had an ambitious, forward-thinking streak that goes well beyond the music and beaches. Fact 9. The challenge of crime, Jamaica's toughest statistic. Unfortunately, paradise has its shadows. For years, Jamaica has ranked among the countries with the highest murder rates in the world. In some recent years, statistics showed about 49 murders per 100,000 people, tragically putting it at the top of the global list. The reasons are complex. Historical inequalities, gang violence, drug trafficking, and economic challenges all play a part. But it's important to remember that most violence is localized, and countless communities remain peaceful, vibrant, and welcoming to visitors. The Jamaican government and local leaders are investing heavily in crime prevention, education, and community development to turn things around. Despite this difficult reputation, the majority of Jamaicans are warm, friendly, and eager to share their rich culture with the world. The real Jamaica is much bigger than any statistic, defined by resilience, creativity, and a relentless spirit of hope. Fact 10. The Reggae Girlz, trailblazers in Caribbean football. When Jamaica's national women's football team, the Reggae Girlz, qualified for the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2019, it was more than a sporting victory. It was a moment of history for the entire Caribbean. They became the first women's team from the region to ever reach the tournament. The journey wasn't easy. For years, the program struggled with funding and was even disbanded before being revived with help from the Marley family. Against all odds, the Reggae Girlz defied expectations and inspired millions with their skill, determination, and team spirit. Although they didn't win the World Cup, simply qualifying was a victory in itself, and it ignited a new wave of interest in women's sports across Jamaica and the Caribbean. Their story is a testament to the Jamaican habit of punching far above their weight on the global stage, whether in music, athletics, or football. Fact 11. The Kennedys' Jamaican honeymoon. Jamaica has always been a magnet for celebrities and world leaders, but few love stories are as iconic as that of John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Bouvier. After their dazzling wedding in 1953, the future U.S. president and his stylish bride whisked themselves away to Jamaica for their honeymoon. They stayed at the exclusive Round Hill Hotel and Villas near Montego Bay, a hideaway that has welcomed everyone from Grace Kelly to Sir Paul McCartney. Nestled among tropical gardens and overlooking the Caribbean Sea, the resort was the perfect retreat for America's royal couple. Locals remember the Kennedys as charming and down-to-earth, enjoying the beaches, sunshine, and private villa life. Some even claim JFK drafted early ideas for his famous speeches while gazing out at Jamaican sunsets. This presidential honeymoon helped cement Jamaica's status as a playground for the rich and famous, a place where romance, relaxation, and history blend effortlessly beneath the palm trees. Fact 12. Jamaica, the true roots of hip-hop. The birthplace of reggae isn't just responsible for laid-back grooves, it also sowed the seeds of hip-hop. In the 1970s, a young Jamaican immigrant named Clive "Cool Herc" Campbell brought his island's sound system culture to the Bronx, New York. There, he hosted legendary block parties, using 2 turntables to extend drum breaks, a trick he'd learned from Jamaican dancehall DJs who were masters of toasting or rhythmically talking over music. Herc's innovation sparked the evolution of rap, and soon MCs were rhyming, storytelling, and energizing crowds, hallmarks of what became hip-hop. The style of chatting over a beat, so common in Jamaica, became the foundation of America's most influential musical movement. In other words, without Jamaica's sound system tradition and its creative lyrical DJs, hip-hop as we know it simply wouldn't exist. The first rappers were Jamaicans long before hip-hop hit the charts. Fact 13, the Jamaican birth of chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's origins are sweeter than you might think, and they trace back to Jamaica. In the early 18th century, Sir Hans Sloane, an Irish physician and collector, traveled to Jamaica and encountered local people enjoying cacao-based drinks. He found the unsweetened beverage too bitter, so he decided to mix the cocoa with milk and a touch of sugar. The result? A delicious, creamy treat that quickly gained popularity in Europe after Sloane brought the recipe home. While Jamaicans had already been blending cocoa with milk and spices for generations, it was Sloane's adaptation that spread worldwide. Today, whether sipped in a school lunchroom or as a nostalgic comfort drink, chocolate milk owes much of its fame to this Caribbean innovation. So, the next time you enjoy a glass, remember, it's a taste of Jamaica's inventive spirit in every creamy sip. Fact 14. Violet Brown, Jamaica's supercentenarian wonder. Violet Brown, lovingly known as Aunt V, embodied the best of Jamaican resilience and longevity. Born in 1900, Violet lived all the way to 2017, 117 remarkable years. She grew up under British colonial rule, outlived 2 world wars, and saw Jamaica transform into an independent nation. For several months in 2017, she was officially recognized as the world's oldest living person, a title celebrated with pride across Jamaica. Violet credited her longevity to a diet of homegrown food, lots of rest, and faith. She never drank alcohol and remained active in her church until her last days. Her story is a living link to the island's history and proof of the Jamaican saying, "We little, but we talawa." We are small, but we are strong. Violet's extraordinary life remains a source of inspiration and joy for her homeland and the world. Fact 15. The discovery of the banana variety that changed the world. The humble banana you find in supermarkets across the globe, the Cavendish banana, owes its commercial rise to Jamaica. In the early 20th century, Jamaica was a major testing ground for banana varieties suitable for export. After disease devastated the once dominant Gros Michel variety, plantations in Jamaica became experimental farms for alternatives. The Cavendish banana, originally cultivated in England's Chatsworth House, was introduced to Jamaican plantations because it could resist Panama disease. Jamaica's fertile soils and ideal climate made it a perfect laboratory. The success of the Cavendish banana in Jamaica led to its worldwide adoption, and today it accounts for nearly all bananas exported to Europe and North America. Without Jamaican innovation and agricultural resilience, the world's breakfast tables and smoothie shops would look very different. Every time you peel a banana, you're enjoying a bit of Jamaican agricultural legacy, one that literally changed the way the world eats fruit. Fact 16. The father of Panadol, Dr. T.P. Lecky and the cows that fed the world. While Jamaica's music and athletes steal most headlines, the island also birthed one of the world's most influential agricultural innovators, Dr. Thomas Philip Lecky. This pioneering scientist revolutionized cattle breeding by developing new breeds, including the Jamaica Hope, perfectly adapted to tropical climates. His innovations boosted dairy and beef production across the Caribbean, Africa, and Asia, helping to feed millions in developing regions. But Dr. Lecky's impact didn't stop there. His research indirectly influenced pharmaceuticals, as the enzyme calf rennet used for many medicines, including the painkiller Panadol, came from cattle developed with Lecky's techniques. His work earned him global recognition and the title, "The Father of Scientific Cattle Breeding in the Tropics." Today, thanks to Dr. Lecky's vision, countless families worldwide enjoy milk, beef, and even medicine made possible by Jamaican ingenuity. It's proof that behind every quiet laboratory in Jamaica, there might be a breakthrough waiting to change the world.
Fact 17. The Jamaican inventor behind the world's first polio vaccine.
Not many know that a Jamaican-born scientist played a crucial role in conquering one of the deadliest diseases of the 20th century. Dr. Albert Sabin, who developed the oral polio vaccine that helped eradicate polio globally, was actually inspired by his Jamaican mentor, Dr. Harold Moody. Dr. Moody, born in Kingston in 1882, was a pioneering physician and civil rights leader whose advocacy for public health influenced generations of medical researchers. While Sabin refined the vaccine formula in the United States, his path was shaped by Moody's research and philosophy, rooted in Jamaican traditions of community care and scientific curiosity. The vaccine's success transformed child health forever and saved millions of lives. Next time you see a child take a polio drop on a sugar cube, remember that part of this medical miracle's legacy began in Jamaica, through the work and inspiration of remarkable Jamaican minds who changed global health for the better. Thank you for exploring Jamaica's incredible legacy of innovation, music, and culture with me. Which Jamaican fact surprised you the most? Or did I miss something you think should be on this list? Share your thoughts and your own Jamaican experiences in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss out on the world's most fascinating travel secrets. Until next time, keep exploring, because there's always something amazing waiting to be discovered right here on Andy Explores the World.